we're getting a little more fun going on here. We have the Venus decade going on here. And Venus is just as it sounds like. We know that it rules kind of the good life, indulgence. So we know nice things are happening to people. They're receiving money. People say they're lucky, they're fortunate. Oh my God, you're getting married. And again, just be aware. Someone could get a divorce under a Venus decade, correct? But I can tell you, they would be thrilled to get that divorce. They'd be very happy. They'd feel liberated that now they can date again. So that would be a very happy divorce. If you saw Venus, someone's under a Venus decade and they're going through something that causes for a divorce, you can see they're going to be very happy. It's going to be probably well worth it for them. And usually money comes about at this time period. They look wealthy. So depending upon their basic personality, either they're going to get come into money, get a good paying job, steady income, bonuses, things of that nature, or again, they have a great sense of security. Something's happened. Maybe they've married into money. Maybe something's now happened that, they don't have to pay for a car. They don't have to pay for a house. So things happen that create this wonderful sense of security around them. And it's all about, again, the artist. The artists come out. People in this decade see quality. They want to buy the best. And generally, they'll bump up. Whatever car they're driving, they buy a car in that decade, they're going to move up that next level of vehicle. And they're very good at building things. So I had to use Bill Clinton because it was just too good of an example to pass up. So let's look at Bill Clinton. He was in his Venus decade 20 to 29. Again, this is Wikipedia. I'm being very honest up front. Just did a quick read on his bio. Wikipedia said between those years, he had a chance that he became a Rhodes Scholar. Got to go to Oxford, England. Big status thing. Not everyone gets to go there. Free. Okay, given a great amount of wealth indirectly. He got there, and I think it was within the year, within 6 months, the draft. He was drafted to go to the Vietnam War. So he left Oxford, came back to Arkansas, and even as Wikipedia pretty much said, he schmoozed his way into the ROTC. Whatever that meant, he got into the ROTC, they're all of a sudden undoing the draft notice for him to go, and stayed there just long enough to establish some level of probably legitimacy, and then left the ROTC in Arkansas and went back to Oxford and got his education there. And after doing that, he came back and attended Yale. So I just want that's a Venus energy. That is a Venus energy on steroids, where 3 Ds show up. You schmooze your way. Now look a little bit closer. Bill's Venus sits in Libra. Those of you know basic rulerships, Venus is the ruler of Libra. So this Venus is very well placed, meaning that it works really well. When you have to do something of a high quality or caliber, it's there. And I'll be honest, Venus rules the love life. Venus in Libra, Libra is relationships, so it doesn't mean that you may get out of control in that area as well, but you have access to lots of love in relationships. So that was kind of an interesting thing to see how well it played in his life. Now, I extended his chart. I want to go back to 40 to 49 because we talked about the moon energy already, and I want you to see how that plays in. So we know 40 to 49, he became president of the United States. He had 2 elections in the 40s. He actually served his 2nd term of his presidency under the Uranus energy. But the first term and the 2 elections were when he was in his 40s still. So the moon, can you remember what we were talking about a few minutes ago about the moon? Moon, I said, the darling effect, that all of a sudden you seem popular, people seem to like you. Again, particularly moon in Taurus. That's exalted. I really encourage you, if you want to learn astrology, please look into exalted detriment planets, because that's going to tell you a lot. It's going to, you look at a chart, and you want to see what's the best placed planet, or what's the worst placed planet, to give you a lot of information. And his moon is exalted, so he did well. Needless to say, the whole thing, he seemed to do well, at least in that first term. His 2nd term, he moved into a Uranus term. So we have something in common that we have with Barack Obama came in. And what happened in that 2nd term is all of a sudden we're talking sex, and the White House. You know, two topics that we just didn't think so much of interacting. We talked about the Oval Office, and we were talking about stains on dresses, you know, everything that was very unpresidential, and all of a sudden we're mixing it up, so to speak. So I just want to say very chaotic time period, obviously. And the other thing is, and I only, again, know this just as you would know from reading the press, but when Bush succeeded him, Bush had said somewhere that he was putting decorum back into the White House, that everyone now was dressing in suits, that we had structure, and that it was kind of sounded like this was kind of crazy house, and everything was going on, and how everything had been organized. But he was following a president in Uranus energy. So the concept was, you know, Uranus, anything goes, so to speak, being much more open-minded about things, very relaxed. And the next president came in and cleaned up all that aspect. So again, you see energies in motion, most importantly. You see how they start looking to people. They're looking to the outside, for sure. So the Venus decade, can we say it better? Status and indulgence. Very nice energy. I was talking to a gal this week, and she had it from 10 to 19. And I said, gee, did your parents spend a lot of money on you from 10 to 19? And she goes, oh, yeah. She goes, her dad worked on the strip, and she goes, he was making really good money at the time. And he would bring me presents from Tiffany home to me, just for no reason at all. He would show up with a little thing or something like that. So again, high-end things, which sounds like, that sounds crazy, doesn't it, for a 10-year-old, 11-year-old, you know, 18-year-old. But she was under a Venus decade. So we have a lot of love and beauty going on. Maybe in Bill's case, maybe we have too much going on as well. But the idea we have a lot of money going on. So it's a very nice aspect there.